No, don't.
Hello and welcome to the final podcast, the last podcast you'll ever listen to.
Your final bros are here. It's Brian Hopper LaGrasse and Shane. I didn't do it. Smith.
No, don't.
Wasn't me. Wasn't
we
me.
did. Mike G's back, the cannibal from the Final Friday show, and Matt, our new producer. He's been here for a few months now.
He's still new.
He's breaking him in, breaking him both physically and mentally in. We're here. It's your next.
Which is the next movie we're reviewing. See what
Yeah.
is there? Like, you're next. It's the next movie we're reviewing. You like that? You like that?
Oh. Is this even a horror movie, bro? It's like a thriller, but I feel like maybe the mystery element adds a little horror. The kills are pretty brutal.
Yeah.
I would say thriller.
Like action thriller?
Yeah, that's what
I felt like there was a lot of action in this movie.
It's not really scary at all. And I don't really think there's any.
Is it just because the only creep? I feel like the creepy element would be like the animal masks.
Mm-hmm.
And also the concept of someone breaking into the home like that.
It is a home invasion movie, right? Like it's home invasion.
Snoop doing okay there? Serious question.
Yeah, he's fine. This is how he scratches his back. There's a moment in this movie that they're basically it's the concept is a family reunion. This family is getting hunted down one by one by people that are invading their home. There's a scene where the father is just like, they've been watching us for weeks. I'm like, what?
Yeah. How do you know this? You just got here.
Like, excuse me?
Yeah, isn't the idea they just arrived?
It just arrived, and literally the only evidence he would have had was the fact that his wife was screaming the night prior. That was like it.
At a certain point, doesn't he comes to that conclusion because he finds like a pee bottle or something?
Oh, maybe that's it.
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
we overlooked it.
But weeks though, that would have been a lot of pee bottles, right?
Right, it wouldn't be one
Like
pee
how
bottle.
many times did I piss a lot throughout the day?
I peed 2 times since we got here.
And that was like 12 minutes ago.
I'm coming out of the closet.
I'm gay.
Oh, fucking Theo Von. I'm gay.
So this movie is what was that over the shoulder you just gave me?
Looking at you.
Yeah, don't. What the fuck is he doing?
What is this?
What are you doing?
What is this like Rockabye Shane movie?
I don't know.
Is it the espresso martini
Is it
cut
that
water?
13%?
Honestly,
is it hitting?
it's sick that I've had half. You can feel it a little.
Yeah.
Keep in mind you're driving, so
I'm only drinking the one.
let's be responsible.
We're like leaving in like 6 hours.
It's a great point. These take a long time. Anyway, this movie, like, it's like a mishmash of stuff, like fucking stranger calls or strangers.
Oh, when Stranger Things call you?
Ooh.
Yeah, Stranger Things.
But yeah.
Millie Bobby Brown.
It is, yeah, like you said, like it is home invasion for sure. Like if you feel the strangers vibe, right? You feel,
Totally.
yeah, you
Glenn
you feel
Howerton's in that movie for like 2 minutes. You remember that
Yeah,
shit?
he walks over dead bodies.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
What was that movie where like this chick's babysitting?
Oh, one missed call.
Yeah.
Or when a stranger calls.
That's actually what it is. One missed call is definitely not the movie.
I could ask for a fact check if you want.
No, it's when a stranger calls.
Ask for it.
Nah, he's safe right now. But I kind of feel like throwing.
We
something
reviewed
at him.
when a stranger calls on this podcast.
The call's coming from inside the house.
Yeah.
That movie sucked all of the asses.
No,
Yeah.
stop it. Stop it.
It was terrible.
I know that was, you're talking about the remake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was trash.
It's terrible.
Now, I know you felt this way because you said it off air. This movie, my biggest problem with it is extremely predictable.
Yeah. The
yeah.
The predictability does kind of like weaken the movie.
Yeah.
I feel like it weakens it. Like, is it a good ending? Sure. But like the one thing I knew going in the first time and the second is just based on the reactions of the protagonist. I knew he, or one of the protagonists will say, I knew he was involved.
Also, just the way he disappears in the movie, and then it was obvious.
He hates his family, and he disappears.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so clearly obvious that it's him.
So you do not want to know what gave it away before that? If you read the description of this movie, it talks about rich parents getting together for a family meetup. What's going to happen?
Yeah.
It's all about the fucking inheritance.
Yeah, it's all about the money. It always comes down to the money.
All about fucking cocksucking fucking money.
You know what? I was thinking last night, I'm like, this is not a new concept. Right? This is what I was thinking. I swear to you, this is what I was thinking last night. I'm like, this is not a new concept. People killing for inheritance. And then thinking it back, like, what are movies where people kill for inheritance? And I actually couldn't think of one.
There's got to be some. I'll put you to work real quick.
Like, I know they're out there, but like I was thinking about it, I'm like, I'm gonna have nothing prepared for this podcast.
That's why we have a slave worker boy.
Look up movies where people kill for inheritance.
He keeps doing the fucking over the shoulder. I want to rip his heart out.
One more time.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Oh, it's so sick. It's the sickest thing I've ever seen.
yeah, because I'm just gonna be talking about the review and be like, this movie's going, and I'm just gonna be like,
Oh my god, that's the face of like, oh my god, I didn't just expose myself at a community pool. That's that face.
yeah. You want to see a cool face? I'll show you it in the spooky pit.
Holy hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
You caught Matt off guard. He was doing work there.
He could do it during this.
Your Next was released in 2011. It's a family reunion and inheritance. No one's dying this night, I promise. This film was directed by Adam Wingard, stars Sharni Vinson, Joe Swanberg, A.J. Bowen, Nicholas Tucci, Wendy Glenn. That's the cast. Oh my God, Shane, you are.
He's like.
I need to see you.
Fire
I need to see you drinking more cut water more often.
Yeah. Tucci's on fire. Wasn't he the guy who was in that movie?
Stanley Tucci?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wait,
He's the bald guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in this.
No, Nicholas Tucci is the killer. Felix.
Oh, is that his brother?
Spoiler. Yeah.
I didn't know he had a brother until this moment. It's crazy, right?
You know what's funny too? They show you a picture at one point before the brothers even come in, where it's just the family and the killer brother Felix. He just looks like the one that just like so fucking like unemotional and like distant from the rest of the family.
Does this movie also play like a comedy at times?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I found it incredibly funny.
When the sister dies.
When she like is she
Yes.
the one that runs out of the house real
She's
quick?
like-
Yeah, I was like, what is this fucking dumb cunt bitch doing?
Well, she thinks that she's like, is she like thinking that she's like daddy's little girl? She like gets everything to her, so she has to prove herself.
Well, yeah, because they're all like, I'm faster than you. And you're like, you're fat, you fat bitch. And then she's like, no, I'm the fastest. You just all don't look at me like I can do anything. And she's like, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to get my throat cut while doing it.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of love the older brother that would just like make fun of everybody. Yeah, he's
Incredible.
literally
Dude,
just
his
make fun of
name's
everybody.
fucking Drake.
Yeah.
He just kept making fun of his brother for being fat.
He's such an asshole. It's so funny. I kind of understand why he wanted him dead.
So like speaking of Drake, like when sin entered the world, I feel like women were like sinned with like childbirth, and like the men had like physical labor, but like as a whole society, we were all sinned with like Drake's music.
I like Drake's music.
Yeah.
God's plan.
So Shane's the kind of guy that like works a really long day and then just like listens to Drake.
Just
at night.
bumps Drake
Yeah.
to come down,
Yeah.
really come down.
It's
from
just
it.
come down.
You don't like
You know,
Drake?
He's flexing on like how he likes young pussy,
Does he really?
allegedly. If you follow the Kendrick Lamar lore at all,
Oh, yeah. I don't follow that.
What do you follow?
I mainly just watch Halo speedrunning videos these days.
You follow the leader?
Yeah, do that too. All right, let's talk Your Next, because we're in the spooky pit. This movie's going to have an cold open, where a man and his significantly younger girlfriend
Is it Drake?
literally are going to get murdered in their
Allegedly.
cabin.
Allegedly.
They're going to be doing it. He has very bad form.
He's got no fucking dick game. It sickens
Yeah,
me.
it's like really bad form.
I mean, he's too busy alerting the people at the cabin about the Wendigo.
Yes, he is. So he's gonna get brutally murdered. His girl's gonna get brutally murdered. We're gonna see your next written on the window. What does it mean? Actually, you'll never know.
It just means that you're literally next.
Yeah.
Like,
I've got this. They're big fans of Bill Goldberg.
oh my God.
You're next.
You're next.
Yeah, he said that was his big.
Well, this is a
catchphrase.
WWE film.
If it actually was,
Fact check that.
It would be-
Is your next a WWE film?
it would be much better. I
In the
feel.
middle of the last
You're next.
He was kind of ass though, if you think about
It
it.
was terrible. Let's be honest.
Put him in a match longer than 4 minutes. That shit was trash.
Well, he's gonna spear. He's gonna run around the ring.
You know your next is a WWE film, right? He's about to confirm it.
Well, it's definitely not. So
I'm just happy Matt's over there working like he's supposed to be.
Yeah,
you
I'm
did
not
it
gonna
again.
find this in 2 seconds.
but I can also tell you. I'll just be honest. It's not a WWE film.
It's
You don't
fucking
have to look it
not.
up.
You don't. Stop looking it up.
I know.
Shit,
It's
However,
fucking-
the last fact check I was looking up.
Okay.
There's a movie called The Inheritance. It's apparently a billionaire thriller.
Dude, that's so fucking hot. A movie about billionaires.
I mean, it's apparently based on the synopsis.
Actually,
It's
I'm gonna
about a similar concept.
Rich people are honestly awesome.
They're fucking so great.
So should we just talk about this rich family and how they're going to all meet and have a rich dinner together?
One thing I love about rich people, they make sure they do everything in their power to remain rich at any cost.
Yeah.
It's not a WWE film.
Like
Damn.
according to
They will,
I buy
they
it.
will do literally anything to remain rich.
They'll like step on like their newborn to like stay as rich as possible.
Yeah, they'll even kill their entire family.
yes.
I will say though, rich people have zero fucking taste. Have you ever seen a rich person's house?
Yeah.
It's just like a soulless and empty.
Yeah,
and
it's-
everything's white.
it's
Why
white-
is it all white?
white and
Why
filled
do
with-
people love white so much? It's the worst color.
It is. It is.
Usually like there's like fucking like Andy Warhol tomato
Yeah.
soup cans
got
on
soup
the
can in your
wall.
kitchen.
How much did you pay for that, you fucking loser?
You tell them. Down with the rich people, right?
No, that being said, the rich people are fantastic.
They're wonderful, really. They're a great populace. We're just saying that they'll do everything to pretend, like, to make sure that they're rich,
Right.
And they just make sure they invest in white walls.
Off the white walls. You won't see a beige wall anywhere, is what we're
God
getting
forbid
at.
we get some fucking color in there.
You know,
It's gross. It's gross. I don't want to live in a rich house. No, not enough color. I need something. I need give me like a blue wall somewhere, right? Just one, just for taste.
If I was like balling like that, my bathroom,
Would be turquoise.
like it would. What's like the most like crazy color? Like bamboo shoot.
ooh,
That's
I like
what
that.
I would have. Like
The fuck is a bamboo shoot?
I got it. I
pea
already know
green?
the drill.
toothpaste.
Drill.
All these dope ass colors. What are you doing over there?
He says
Magenta.
He heard bamboo shoot, and he clearly said, "I know the drill," so he's gonna look it up.
He's looking up what the fuck a bamboo shoot is.
I should always have something in my hand ready to throw.
No, but then you're gonna hit our expensive equipment.
Yeah,
You're not
right-
talking about something that wouldn't do any damage. You're talking about something that would really just like bring him to the ER.
Yeah, like damage to him, but keep the equipment safe.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's like
Gee,
you
thanks.
can't just be throwing cinder blocks over there.
There's nothing in the room to
This
throw
is a
at him.
very bland color, Mike.
Is it?
Yeah,
He's,
It's essentially off-white.
Is it a shade of brown?
kind of.
it's kind of like a brownish olive green.
Yeah, that color
mix.
sucks ass.
Fine, like hot pink. My bathroom would be hot pink.
It kind
I'm
of
over it.
makes me want to like stick my dick in an outlet.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Take
feel
that, bamboo shoot. That was inappropriate.
All right, so let's talk about this rich white dinner. We have the whole family there with their significant others. You got the sister with Tariq, the struggling documentary guy. You got Drake with his wife, Erin. They exist. Then you have
no.
the main brother. Oh no, the wife is Kelly. The wife is Kelly. You're right. The wife is Kelly. What's the other brother's name? The main
Aaron and it's Crispin.
Crispin.
Yeah.
Aaron and Crispin, and then you have the outcast
Felix
brother and Z.
And Z who come later. It's like Z is like a Z with an E and an E.
Yo, there's some crazy ass names in this movie.
Yeah, ZEE.
Okay.
So
ZEE.
let me break this down.
Break it down.
Fucking do it. Hit me. Brad's
I just wanted to sing a
really
Degeneration
fucking
X song,
toasted right now.
Okay, let me break it down.
Break it down.
So, did we mention before, first of all, before we even break it down, did we mention that the mother spotted or heard a noise upstairs before everybody started coming in?
No, but you could mention it now.
So the mother hears a noise before everybody comes. She hears a noise from upstairs. I guess a couple of footsteps, and she's like, "Someone's in the house." The fellow's like, "You're fucking crazy," and white and rich. They go outside. They, for whatever reason, Crispin and the wife or the girlfriend, the college young girlfriend, Erin.
Yes.
They console him. Whatever. Next day, everybody comes. Like you said, you have the couples. You have Drake. You have Kelly. You have Z, and you have Felix. They're all having dinner.
Yep.
Right? They're all doing a nice little prayer. Immediately, I see that Z could care less about the prayer.
Yes.
Neither can Felix, because they probably know, spoiler alert, some shit's about to go down real quick.
Yes.
So, like, the predictability in this movie is very high. You can pretty much assess who the killers are right away. But, we did spoil it. In any case, watch a movie on Pluto. So it's going to quickly devolve into madness at the dinner table because Drake loves insulting his family. He gets off on it. It's his thing. He calls Crispin fat repetitively. It's great. Then he does make a joke somewhere in the movie about, like, Felix being into, like, this weird shady shit, which I actually found really funny. So that's his character. He just calls people out. And sometimes, when you call people out, you tend to be on the money.
Yeah.
Or you get sniped with an arrow in your back.
We're learning that, like, Drake's kind of a shithead to everyone. Felix is hella sketchy. Crispin is dating his TA. Yeah, no, I watched it happen.
You saw it?
Yeah. All that's going down. Eventually, Tariq's going to see something, a little glimmer in the window.
He's like, "Oh, what is that?"
And he's going to go up to the window, and he's going to get shot through the head with an arrow.
How'd you look out the window? Ooh.
Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So as he looks through the window, gets shot in the head, they're going to start panicking. Drake's going to take an arrow to the back. Someone might even take an arrow to the knee. It's getting chaotic. They're all hiding under the table.
Can we talk about the fact that Tariq is director Ty West?
Yes, let's talk about it. Question?
More like a statement, but I feel like I had to raise my hand to get a word in edgewise.
Okay.
Why aren't these fucking people crawling on the floor? Why do they all stand up?
With chair?
I understand they have a chair, but why just fucking crawl on the floor? The arrows don't fucking heat seek.
Unless it's up in the trees, and then they're looking down.
Then how would he have got hit in the head?
Like,
that's a straight on shot, you dumb fuck.
You don't know that. Do you know physics?
I watched that movie with curved bullets. I know all about
Wanted?
that.
Oh, Wanted.
Yeah,
James
I
McAvoy
watched
vehicle. Yeah, so that all happens. But you're right. They probably should have crawled, but instead they run with chairs. They do get out, and, they're going to, patch up Drake by holding the blood. They, like, hold the blood. They don't, like, take the arrow out or actually put any wrap on it. They just hold the blood.
Supposed to leave it in or take it out?
You always leave it in, because the second you take it out, you're going to start bleeding more.
just
And if
bleed
you
more.
can't patch it up, you bleed out.
Mike, I think he was relatively close to the window. That's why. I mean, they don't know that, but I think that's
The fucking Archer dude's not in a tree. He was
No,
never
he
in a
wasn't.
tree.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
It wasn't in a tree, but it looked like he was relatively close to the window.
You have to be close to the window. It's a fucking crossbow. It's not like a
You can't
bow
go
and
that
arrow.
far, so-
Yeah, they're panicking, Mike. God.
Sorry, continue.
But yeah, so that is Starving Artist, and all of the jokes and the ironic pieces that it is actor Ty West. At this point of his career, he did have that piece in VHS with Adam Wingard. So they did work together in some collaboration. He also made a movie called House of the Devil Very good movie. And he also the same year it came out, 2011, was making The Innkeepers. Average movie in my opinion, but maybe we'll review it one day. We'll see.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
So they get the family all to safety to the other side of the room. The mom, obviously, this is taking a lot out of her, is going to go lay upstairs in bed. Yeah? Question?
What would you do? What's your question?
We skipped over that it's established that the opening scene is
The neighbors.
the neighbors.
Yeah, who cares?
Because she goes to get milk
Yes.
from them.
And they weren't there.
Yeah. And then there's this whole like weird thing of like the song repeating over and over.
In that house,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's up with that?
I think they just have that song repeat because it's loud.
Yes.
And they just continue to repeat it to distract it.
Yes.
Anybody going near the
from
house.
the fact that there's dead people in there.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. You got
Also,
it.
the fact that Drake tries to get a little ass here and totally fails because his name's Drake.
Yeah, so the mom's going to go upstairs and lay down. And there's obviously someone under the bed.
Yeah, why would they leave her alone up
When
there?
you say obvious, you say that because the man crawls out from under the bed?
Yeah, but it was also obvious that once that woman went alone in that room, someone was going to be in that room.
Nah, see, to me,
kill
it was obvious when the guy crawled out from under there.
Yeah,
Okay,
me too.
that's accurate.
And then I was like, oh shit, they're in the same room.
Obviously. So she gets a sword through the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like a sword anyway.
She is
That's a
on
machete.
display, dude.
Yeah. So this is when they're going to come up with a plan that they have to run out of the house to get help. They have that whole argument we already talked about. Don't need to talk about it again. The sister obviously is the one who decides to do it. And they do this thing where they're going to wait last second to open the doors. So she doesn't see the wire there.
Why though? Why?
The idea is they don't want the door open so the crossbow could be shot at her while she's getting ready to run. They want it to be like, surprise, and she runs through. But
yeah,
the surprise,
she got a surprise.
yeah, she did get the surprise. She gets the fishing line through the neck.
I have some feedback
Let's hear
for
it.
the scene. So if that wire was very visible, like after she runs through and gets her throat cut,
Yeah.
it's very visible that it's there. But if it's that visible, I feel like it wouldn't be that sharp. I feel like the lower it's like the lower visibility would mean that it's more deadly because you can't see it. It's probably slimmer, sharper, sleeker.
I see what he's saying.
Yeah, I don't know wire.
What is
wall.
that called?
Because that was a thick ass wire. You see it clearly.
Is that like
Fishing line?
Because later Drake has to run outside
wire?
and he actually like ducks under the wire.
Yeah.
And he passes out because his fucking arrow hits the wire.
Yeah.
that was funny.
Oh God.
His arrow's in his
Yeah,
back.
no, I mean
She was going pretty fast, but I see. Yeah, that's a good point.
no, I mean, if it's sharp enough, you don't have to be going that fast for it to cut your throat. But I get what Brian's saying because how sharp can it be? Because it's like more, it's thicker because you could see it.
When have you ever seen thick and sharp before?
Yeah, you're putting down some facts, Brian.
I'm trying, Shane. I'm sober.
You're putting down some facts.
Putting down some.
Ooh,
What do you think?
this shit is dangerous,
Oh.
and I like that.
Oh my God.
Can I get an over the shoulder for this?
No.
Wait,
This
so
got water?
I'm gonna get this clear. It says an LIT is made with vodka and tequila.
LIT is
Has
actually
5 liquors.
only alcohol. It's 5 liquors. That's all an LIT is. It's 5 liquors.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You're right. Hold on.
There's
vodka,
gin in this.
rum, gin, and tequila.
Yeah, it's just 5 liquors, and together somehow they make it taste like iced tea. That's why it's one of the most dangerous things you
I'm
can drink.
literally crying.
Yeah, no,
13%.
it's very strong.
Yeah.
It can put you under a table. You
Yeah.
have enough of them.
Yeah, you have 3 of those in like quick succession.
So you're saying
not
that
going to make it to episode
If
5.
everybody in your next drank this at the dinner table, they would have survived.
Yeah, because they would have all passed out on the floor, and no one would have been seen. All right. So with that said, we have 3 characters dead, and now panic is gonna ensue, because I think this is Kelly then decides to like run out of the house in a panic at this point, right?
Yeah. Does she die there? No, yeah.
No, she runs to the neighbors.
She tries to make it to the cops, and then Crispin also simultaneously
Leaves.
goes to try to go to the car.
Yeah.
Because you think he's gonna go, and like he even opens the hood and basically mentions that like his car is fucked, even though he's probably the one to fuck his car up.
Exactly. And Kelly goes to the neighbor's house, where Kelly gets killed. At the neighbor's house, she takes the axe to the head.
By the man in the animal mask, because this is your next, and XXYYXX had a serious cultural impact on this film.
Yes. my question.
Not more of a statement.
Stop raising your hand.
So it's also established that there's like a cell blocker.
Yes.
I feel like that's important.
I love how the Felix is like, oh my God,
You're
there's a
telling me it's
cell
not
blocker.
important?
No, it is.
I saw your fucking face there.
It's important.
Yeah, because otherwise they'd be able to call the cops. You stupid fuck.
The aggression, Matt.
Sorry, I have a lot of 13% in me.
It's fair because
You actually have 26.
Felix is like, oh my God, I can guarantee you they're blocking cells. and Drake is like, stop with your fucking fake ass $30 Amazon buy bullshit.
I think that's an exact quote.
It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. But it's close enough.
I'm gonna say exact quote. Yeah. So Kelly's like fucking dead. Crispin's missing. The mom's dead. Tariq's dead. The sister's dead. We're down to just pretty much Drake, the dad, Z, Felix, and Aaron. And this is where we start to learn that Aaron is both an expert in survival and an expert in Home Alone trivia.
I think someone makes a note. It's like, how do you know all this shit? Like early on, and she doesn't really say anything until like later on, which he mentions to Z.
Yeah, so the first time she shows signs of being like this badass chick, Crispin, is that his name?
Yeah, her husband. I mean, boyfriend.
He has like a real like visceral. He's like, I've never seen that before, because you could tell like.
Well, because she's the one who gets into like how to help Drake, patch him up,
Yeah, these people would be fucking helpless without her.
Well,
they would all be easily dead.
And that is the point of this movie, is that this whole plan between Crispin and Felix would have went through without a problem.
Perfectly.
If Aaron wasn't literally God.
Yeah, she's ridiculous. And
she's
like,
Rambo.
She has incredible, I would say, like, her delegation skills are very good.
Yes.
Because not only does she know what she needs to do, she's telling other people and training other people in the moment of what they need to do. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, she is like redonkulously next level with Doomsday shit. Like, she's insane.
Well, one of the killers comes in and she fucking beats him to death with the meat tenderizer.
Yeah, that's like one of the first ones, I think, right?
It's after the Aaron kill. I think not the Aaron kill, sorry, the Kelly kill. That guy comes in and she literally kills him with the meat and tenderizer.
Doesn't she like, because then Felix is like, him and Z are like watching the whole thing. And she's just like, you guys are not going to, like, why didn't you step in?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I think you handled yourself pretty well.
Yeah.
And right there, I was like, these two
are in on it. Yeah, that's the whole thing. This movie's cool, but predictable. This is when she's like, okay, I'm going to go check this out. You guys go upstairs and see what's up with your dad.
Yeah.
That's when they go upstairs.
Is this where she starts making like these Home Alone traps?
Yes. She puts the axe up at the door. She starts putting the nails in the floor by the windows.
Which is literally from Home Alone.
Home Alone. That's what I'm saying. She's an expert in survival and Home Alone trivia. You
did say that.
Yeah. She then she goes and she's like doing that, but the Z and Felix go upstairs and they watch one of the killers slit the dad's throat.
Yeah.
And this is obviously like, okay, yeah, they were in on it with these three.
They attempt it. They might, but they don't go the distance and having sex on top of the dead mom.
Oh my God. When Z's like, just fuck me next to your dead mom.
She like, takes off her clothes and he's like, yeah, I'm not okay. Like, dude, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm all about the money.
Right.
But like, it's a little much.
Yeah. So you can passion bump that?
No.
He said passion bump it. Mike's sick.
It's a passion bump on.
It was a passion bump. I'm gonna throw
passion bump. Such a Mike you passion bump. I've always said this is the cannibal aspect of him coming out. He just wants to fuck next to dead bodies.
I get off on a lot of stuff, but like fucking next to your dead mom might be crossing a
line or two.
A nice fishing line that would cut your throat.
Oh my God.
I love how Felix always just trying to demonstrate the morality approach, where he's like, yeah, no, like, don't get me wrong. My limit is just like having sex with my mom. I'll kill my entire family.
Yes.
But like having sex on top of my dead mom, I draw the line there.
So, a part I found like unbelievably funny is when he kills.
We could talk about it. Yeah, go into
Drake.
It. Yeah, go into it.
I'm not running point on it, because
Run point.
I don't remember exactly what happened.
Fucking
But
hell.
that's when they're in the basement.
He
Yeah.
stabs the.
Yes. So Drake eventually wakes up
like,
because they put him in a closet. And then Drake and Felix are downstairs and they're like looking for weapons and like they're just talking. And then eventually Drake says something to Felix that triggers him. So he stabs Drake. But then he has to stab Drake like 6 times with different screwdrivers because he won't die.
I don't want to do this. I am so sorry.
Yeah. And he just keeps stabbing him.
Isn't a screwdriver every time? Like a
Yes,
different
it's
screwdriver?
like he puts like the Phillips head, the flat head, the smaller Phillips head.
You know a lot about this.
You know.
Well, Shane's a killer. He's cold-blooded. Gosh, Pluto TV is like the worst thing ever.
Yeah, Blue TV sucks, if we're going to be honest. It's fucking trash. So, Drake is dead. Josh is still alive. So, that's all we got left. So now...
You are such a ham.
I know. So, the other killers, the other sheep mask guy and the maybe bunny mask guy, are also both going to get brutally murdered by Erin over the course of this.
She fucks them up so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, it's also established that
They're working for Felix and Z.
and they're related.
Yes,
At least two
of them are related. The one that got meat tenderized is related to one of the other killers, and that's why they threaten Felix. And Felix says, "I will give you his share of the cut plus an additional 100,000 if you finish the job."
That conversation went from like 300,000 to like I'm gonna give you like $1 trillion.
Yes. I think Felix was scared they were going to kill him. Granted, he did have a really good point. He's like, if I die, you get none of the money, so don't kill me.
It's like one of those things where like he has no money until the inheritance comes in.
Yes.
So he's got nothing to offer them until the plan goes without a hitch.
Yes.
But unfortunately,
But also at this point for them, they don't benefit at all from killing Felix. Like at this point, his brother would have died for nothing as well. So they're kind of both have to work together. But it doesn't matter because, like I said, Erin is going to brutally murder both of these men.
Yeah, this chick is she says how she like got like this, right?
Her dad was a survivalist.
she tells Z because she has Z make those like wooden planks with the nails.
Yes.
She mentions that she grew up from like age 1 to 15.
Right.
She was working on like a survivalist
like
compound.
if she was a normal girl, she would have
died. And
died
that was
along
why
with the
this
family.
plan actually should have worked if it wasn't
Right.
for her being fucking
Oh, she
Rambo.
also fucking overhears that entire conversation. So she knows what's up now.
Yeah.
She knows she has to fucking kill everyone.
And she does. She kills Bunny Mask, she kills Sheep Mask, and then she gets into the final fight with Z and Felix in the kitchen, where my favorite kill of the whole movie is when she cracks that blender and shoves the blender into Felix's head and
It was
blends
fucking great. It was a great kill.
It's a brain smoothie.
Yeah.
You being the schmoody king.
I really am.
or you drinking brain smoothie.
If you mix it in with like a nice mango banana, yeah.
That's what I figured.
Yeah. So like I'm not gonna say like I didn't like Felix as the killer. You know, it was just like highly predictable that both of brothers were like involved. Which is ironic because they were like quote unquote like the nicer brothers.
Yes.
But that kill, I do agree with you. I think it was the most savage.
Yes.
Because she literally takes a blender and shoves it through his brain.
And then turns the blender on.
Yeah, like it is kind of wild. Like he's along for the ride, but Felix does get like very, very liberal and just like continuously saying like when everyone starts dying, he opens it up, basically unveiling the plan, and she's like hearing everything.
Yes.
So she knows what's up.
Mm-hmm.
So she's very okay to like then mount the revenge kills on like Felix.
Let me put this out there. So like with each kill, I feel like she got like way more attractive.
She gets to a point where like, okay, so she starts off as like this grad student, and then she becomes like a fucking mass murderer.
Right.
Yes.
And like by kill 4 or 5, I was like, damn, I want that pussy.
The more bloodshed, the more murder.
I was like, wow, please sit on my face.
Oh my God. It's amazing though, because even in like I'm like watch this like halfway into the movie, she gives Crispin the fucking machete to go outside, I knew he was involved.
Right.
Like
right.
it's so clear. Like that's the one piece of this movie that's unfortunate is that it's so highly predictable.
Obvious.
Yes.
Do you think she's into Crispin because he's like this cuck loser?
He is a cuck loser.
Because like she's such a badass and he's such a fucking loser.
He is a cuck loser. He's the definition of a cuck loser.
Yeah.
So let's talk about him, because after she has killed Z and killed Felix, Felix is going to get a phone call. She's going to answer the phone, and it's Crispin. And he's like, "Is it done? Did you kill everyone?"
I have more respect for Felix. He fucking bows out of it. He's like, I just couldn't do it. I'm a pacifist.
Yeah.
What a fucking cuck.
So then Crispin shows up, and he's like, sees all the dead bodies, but sees Aaron still alive. And he's like, "Oh, you made it." And then he's like, "Oh, no, we were never going to hurt you." He's like, "You were going to be our witness." We figured, we had to have a witness of all these things that happened.
Did you believe him?
No.
I kind of did, but like at the same time, like I feel like there's no way they could actually let her live.
Yeah, I don't. I don't
They were
think
gonna keep her alive because
she was an outside witness. Like, she wasn't part of the family, and she would have been the perfect alibi that they were killed by these other people.
They probably need that though.
They do. You do. So it could actually be true.
okay, so they're paying these killers how much money are we talking
It was
about?
200,000 each.
I'm pretty sure it was like $1 trillion.
At the end of it, it was 1 trillion. But at the start, it was 200,000 each.
How rich is this fucking family? It's a
How
nice
much fucking money do these
It's
parents
a nice
have?
house, but like, give me a break.
The dad worked for that weapons dealer, and I think no one makes more money than weapons dealers.
What about oil tycoons?
No, I think weapons are the best thing to trade because everyone loves to kill each other.
James got real intricate there.
No, it's true. I think what is it, Lockheed Martin or whatever it is? They have one of the best revenues in terms of whatever it is.
Sure.
I don't know the actual.
Do you want
I'm
a
not
fact check? I could scream out a fact check.
No,
What's
we're not gonna make them fact check at the end of the review, but I'm pretty sure they're up there with some of the biggest multi-billion-dollar corporations because everyone needs arms. They illegally sell them to Iraq or whatever.
Interesting.
It is. But that's not what we're talking about. Because we're talking about how fucking Crispin is going to get murdered here by Aaron. She just stabs him in the eye, right?
Yes.
Which is back-to-back movies where just someone is getting stabbed in the eye.
I actually think that she first stabs him through the throat.
Yes.
Right? Like she cleaned through the throat really quick.
Yes.
Without hesitation and then gets him in the eye.
You're absolutely right.
Dude, by the end of this shit, what's her kill count? It's a lot, dude.
6.
She kills a lot of fucking people.
She kills the 3 mass killers. She kills Felix. She kills Z. And she kills Crispin. So
I'm
6.
going to add one to that. She kills the cop at the end.
The cop kills himself.
Well, technically she sets up the trap though.
Yeah.
But this goes into Jigsaw.
I know.
That's a good point. Is that Victoria Justice?
No, that's Jessica.
That's Gianna.
No,
That's
I'm
Gianna.
talking about 5 seconds in the past.
That's Lauren.
I actually ironically think these people were from previous Love is Blind episodes.
That would make sense. So yes, after she kills Crispin and is standing over his body holding the knife, a cop shoots her through the window
Immediately.
something we didn't bring up.
If you're talking about the axe over the door.
No, we brought that up.
Okay.
How she jumps outside and gets injured with the fucking huge glass in her knee.
Yeah, she's by the end of this movie,
Fucked up,
she's
yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
But how the cop gets there? How does he get there?
She texts 911 early in the movie.
Because even though there's no signal,
Eventually, a text message will go through to the 911.
yeah.
They do establish that. Good call, buddy.
Thanks. You could do that whole thing without ever touching me, though.
Shane, you love men so much.
He fucking loves
so
guys.
gay, dude.
Loves dudes.
I'm gonna throw you some trivia. Real
Oh,
quick.
Matt.
Yeah,
please-
let's hear it.
Please.
Where is
So
it?
gay.
So apparently, the majority of the film was shot on a handheld camera to add tension to everything.
Did you feel that tension?
I didn't pick that up once.
I didn't
I
pick
didn't
that
either.
up either. But
The quality of the
apparently-
camera was pretty good.
Really good.
That's the pee bottle he finds.
yeah.
He's like, these
Also-
people have been watching us for 20 weeks.
I also know that you guys are video game enthusiasts. So there's a game called Hotline Miami.
Okay. What about it?
It says the masks in this film are inspired by the masks in the video game Hotline Miami.
Yeah, the mask gives you special abilities in that game.
Like a
The
crossbow.
game is literally just the purpose of killing people.
That game is awesome. I watched Brian play it a few times.
It's wild.
Anything else, Matt?
There's really nothing else that's really that important. To be
good.
honest. So
I like little facts. Now we can put a bow on this one by saying after the cop shoots her, he goes through the front door. She screams at him not to. The axe falls down. Roll credits.
Roll credits.
Dunzo. This movie, predictable. Yes. Predictable. Yes.
Are you going to say
predictable? Yes. But it's also predictable. But no, I do actually, with all that predictability, I enjoy this movie. Like I think it's a really good.
Like he enjoys men.
Yeah, Shane is so fucking gay, bro.
I think it's a really good. I don't know, kind of like survivalist, like action thriller. Like you said, it's not like horror, but it's cool to actually see like a character fight back. Home Alone trap style, like take these killers down. Yeah. It's an enjoyable watch. Is it the best movie ever? No, but like I think I could safely give this movie a 7 in the enjoyability factor. Like I would easily watch this movie again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll throw it to you.
I caught it because you threw it and I caught it. Did you see what I did there?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really caught it.
This movie, like you said, probably like 14 times just then, is very predictable from the jump. Right. Even from like the opening car ride between her and Crispin.
Yeah.
It's like established like she's like, so how rich are your parents? It's like, right from the jump. I like the mass killers. I like most of the family. Crispin's a cuck pussy. Drake's cool. Mm-hmm. Some of the kills are good. I like the main chick.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to fuck her by the end of the movie. Yeah. Enjoyable watch. Rewatchability. I don't know. Maybe 1 or 2 more times.
Okay.
But overall score, 6.
Okay.
What did you give it?
7.
6.
I think that's fair. I have this movie as a strong 7. I actually really enjoyed this movie, but I do understand the predictability, and it does take away a little bit. Like it is painfully obvious as you watch. You will figure out who's involved because it's just like has to be them. There's really no other way. It's anybody else. But the acting is good. I think the characters are pretty good too when you like know the brothers and you understand who they are and you understand like. Some of them are like really sarcastic. They're really condescending to the other brothers, whereas the other brothers don't come from the same cloth. They have different like upbringings. Of course, they're going to be more motivated to do these things. The plot itself, it just kind of it's an inheritance movie, right? Like they set the precedence from the very first scene in the car where the girlfriend is asking about. Aaron's asking about how rich their parents are, so you know what the premise is going to be about, like right off the rip. But it's a fun movie. Like I do enjoy it. I do think the masks are a little creepy, but like I said, like those killers do get quite emotional because they're also related. They're also like, in other families. But the acting is good. I was not like by any stretch. I don't think the predictability ruined the film entirely. It was fun. There's a lot of gruesome kills, and Aaron's such a badass. I think it was refreshing to see that as like a grad student being able to have like this doomsday background and take everybody out. I enjoyed it, so I'm gonna give it a strong 7.
Okay. So, woo! All right, little necro talk. Let's say, you know me. I already kind of spoiled what I was going with. Blenderhead.
I think it has to be.
I think that's going to be unanimous.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that was such a sick kill. Like,
yeah. There you go.
Call me Jen.
Yeah. Jen.
She's a big burper.
Yeah. All right. With that said, Blenderhead Felix. Blenderhead Felix, you were the man with the plan. You had it all figured out. You were going to hire these 3 goons. Crispin the cuck was going to go hide.
Goon squad!
You guys were going to get everything done quick and easy.
God's plan.
Who could account for Aaron being the survivalist Rambo Home Alone studier? You can't handle that. She was too good for you. She ruined your plan. But
Karl, do you want my cell
Even
phone?
when a plan ruined, he's a wheeler, he's a dealer. The man knows how to barter money that he doesn't even have. He don't have money, but he's still gonna pay you $200,000. I respect that out of a person, and for that reason, I'm gonna put you in the Necronomicon. And with that said, that's the review. Next week, we're ending August with a banger. We're doing Feast. Feast.
Oh my god! Yeah, I'm excited for Feast. I feel like we've watched Feast way too many times.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, when I watched it like over 10 years ago, it probably even like 15 years ago. Like it's so long since I've seen it. I feel like it hasn't aged a bit. I feel like it's the same fucking movie, and I have the same reaction to it.
Yeah.
It is what it is, but I'm super excited for Feast to get into that series for sure because it's wild.
Man. So, with that said, we are the final podcast signing off, and we will see you next week where the hero, the heroine, and the hero 2 will talk about how you survive in a bar after hours.
That's true. It's not From Dusk Till Dawn, it's Feast, so that's a fact. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Final Podcast. Also, The Final Pod ever on Twitter, on Facebook, also Final Podcast on Instagram. Please give us a 5-star on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. It goes a long way, and we're really trying to grow the YouTube channel. So please subscribe. And if you subscribe, maybe Mike G will show his feet. I mean, I know like we're not considered the Final Podcast, we're considered the Fetal Podcast, but hey, like horror movies, feet, it's all the same thing.
It all
really.
goes together.
It's like the same shit. So we'll see you next week.
Shame like boys.
That's true. He's gay.